Hey Star, let's take a look at your week 1 assignment 2. The technique ones in the beginning look very good. I thought you did a really nice job with both of them in getting some nice even coverage. I think the only thing I would say with these is for the bottom ones, I think you could actually get a little bit more saturation in place. So if you're kind of just scrubbing in the color, you just need to go at it a little bit slower. It is very tedious, but you do get a much smoother and much kind of richer color application. But I think these are off to a good start. I think they just need a little bit more marker in them. And then in both of them, and this is not really a huge thing right at this beginning stage, but keep an eye on your edge quality, especially as you're cutting your edges. Try to make sure that you have kind of a nice clean cut, and then one that follows in line with your kind of drawing that's underneath if you have kind of a tile made with pencil. So we're seeing it kind of move in and out. There's a couple double overlaps and that sort of stuff. It's not a big deal. For the first assignment, I've probably said this for everybody, you're just getting used to the materials, you're just trying to figure out what they can do and what they cannot do. So not having, great edge quality or consistent fills on the first assignment is not the end of the world. The blind looks very good though. I love the fact that you're cutting both top and bottom nice and clean. Your stroke is also very good. It's nice, it's consistent, it's moving in the same direction. It feels like it's moving along at the same speed. Few gaps, which is great. Just having one or two, especially in this first assignment, is just kind of terrific. I think the colored pencil ones, I'm not sure. I feel like it's the scan a little bit, because I really, when I zoom in, there's a lot of breakup, there's a lot of compression issues. I think you also might have worked with some really dark colors, and it's nice to kind of experiment with a whole range. Try out a yellow, try out a red, try out a really dark, violet or blue, and try out, something else. But I think if it sticks around the same color, you're just going to kind of get the same results as you kind of work the colored pencil in. So if you have a range of things occurring, it really makes it easier to see how things react. I think you've got some good color mixture in place. There's some pretty aggressive colored pencil work in place as well, which I think there is a place for that. Think about using some white in a lot of these areas, because that's probably the colored pencil we'll use more than anything else. It'll start to create highlights. You'll start to lighten the value of certain colors and that sort of stuff. So that's one thing I would try and get a little bit more practice in with. But it's doing a nice job of mixing up your markers together and trying to work both of the materials together. We'll get into it a little bit more in assignment 3 in a little bit more of a controlled situation. So it's definitely something that if you have the free time to just kind of play around with a little bit, not even doing anything in particular, but just trying to lay in a kind of nice clean tile like you have here of different colors, and just see if you can, say, work with a yellow and then overlay a blue on top and see if you can get green, or have a dark color and see what white does on top of that. But just see what you can do. I think if you have a rough time in one of these parts of the assignments in the beginning, it's always helpful to put in just like even 15 or 20 minutes of just experimenting. You'd be surprised at the amount of changes it can make.